So how we get our visions knocked down by our parents is very easy, right? So when people tell you, when your parents tell you, oh, don't touch that, don't do this is too hot and stuff like that, but never explain to you. So me, I always tell my wife, and I always told her, I say, look, Yolanda, if you're gonna tell your kids to stop, make sure you go and grab them and explain why. It's very important that that kid knows why not to do it and why to do it. So a lot of the times I let my kids fail. I have to for them to learn. So a lot of times I put my kid next to me and I'm eating a very hot bowl of soup, and they're like, "Hey, when I touch it," I'm like, "No, don't touch it." And they go, "What?" And they burn. I say, hey, "Perfect. See, you know." Now next time, what I do, I put them in there. I say, "Touch it," and they're like, "No." So what I'm saying, I explain why not to touch it, right? So I think one thing that hold me back is that my mom believe on me, but she shows the opposite. Like she was always scared for me to go and to explore things in life as a dreamer, as an entrepreneur, and I still think she's worried about me right now. She's like, "Why are you working so many things? You're gonna go crazy. You don't sleep. You don't know that." So she's telling you to go, but she's telling you not to go, right? Because she wants you like to be protected, like to be there. But the problem is she doesn't know why. Why? I know why. Because she never tried it. And that's something she never tested. And she doesn't know how to tell me no. Because with my dad, it's a little bit different. My dad, more on the streets, more of the dad, like, yeah, go for it, no problem. I believe in you, I trust you. And he actually shows, yeah, you're gonna make it. Just keep pushing, right? So like I told him one day I was gonna have wheelbarrows of money, and they asked me actually like 2 days ago. I said, no, I'm gonna have dumpsters. The wheelbarrows. My mom got super scared. My dad, yeah, that's true. You can fill the wheelbarrow right now. You can put a lot of dollars. You can fill it, no problem. But yeah, at the end of the day, is like the problem from our parents or from somebody who does in life is they don't know how to explain to you why you can't do it, why you're gonna fail, why don't go for this, and they don't know. But there's some people that yeah, just go ahead and do it, you're gonna make it, right? But they don't know how either. So at least they motivate you, and you see the trust. Like, I don't know how, but can go for it, right? You can see that, you can read that, and now you okay, gonna try. He doesn't know, but now you know not to come back and ask him why. Why now you gotta ask somebody, and you're not wasting time. So that's how I understood the question. Spots things in my life that I don't mind saying. I don't care. I want to put them out there because people knows that that's what's gonna make you in life. If you don't go through problems, you don't go through situations, you don't go through all that, you're not gonna make it. But if you got the data and you got the people that went through it, and you really listen, why you gotta go through it? Like, I'm legit. I'm not crying just to impress somebody or to get somebody out of those. It really happened to me. If I can help it, that's fine. You know, I donate millions of dollars to people and alcoholic AA places where alcohol, drug addicts and stuff like that. I go and do my speeches. I bring them a little bit of drugs like cigarettes or alcohol and stuff like that to get them so they can get out of their situation little by little. I talk to them. Some of these people, they hit their wives, some of they hit their moms and all that stuff in Mexico and all those countries. So I go and talk to them. I say, being a man is not hitting a woman. Being a man is just quitting and do what's right and stuff like that. So I always go and do speeches like that because I went through and stuff like that. So I try to hit different areas of life so I can impact, help, support or something on somebody, right? So when in business and life, when somebody cheat on you, right? They cheat on themselves. They didn't cheat on me. My goal, my target is somewhere else. I gotta go for a bigger thing. I don't got time for people taking advantage of situation or whatever. You are who you are based on what you do, right? So for example, I always say that if I owe you $100 and I don't pay you, I'm only as good as $100. That's how much I work. A lot of people is proud of saying that, oh, the people that need to be worried is the people that owe them money. I say, how much money is? I owe them like $1,000. I'm like, that's how much for me. That's your tag. That's how much you work for me, Really? They're going to pay. Hey, don't think that about me. I already paid the guy the $1,000. So what I'm saying is, yeah, that's who you are. If you're cheated, you're cheated. You're this and that. So in life is we always gonna cheat somehow to achieve things. But I always talk to my mentor, my the priest. I'm like Jose, this is what I'm gonna be doing. It might be cheating a little bit, but I need you okay me to keep going. But I'm gonna turn it around here, and it's gonna impact this many people. I say, please support me, and then he like, okay, go for it. So that's how I do it, right? Because you gotta cheat. You gotta use a couple things, a couple words to motivate yourself. You gotta lie a little bit to get momentum. As soon as you get momentum, now you turn into reality. That's cheating, right? But always with the outcome, always with a success story, impacting somebody, supporting somebody, right? But you cannot be doing that all the time. So I don't use my priest for every day, right? It's like only maybe 4 or 5 times a year that I give him a personal call, and I'm like, hey, priest, he's like, Victor, what's going on? I'd say, oh, this is what I'm thinking and what I'm gonna do, and this is the outcome, and like, go for it. He doesn't accept it, I got another priest. So I got 3 in my phone that I call him, and why not? I gotta have access, because at the end of the day, that's my instrument for me to make it to heaven faster, right? Uh, I go to him, he forgive me, he solve all my problems, and I'm good to go, right? If I need to be careful not to fail again. That's why it's hard for me, when you're alive and you're against all these temptations and stuff like that, you're at risk, right? But that's why I want to die every day, boy, because I know every day I'm struggling and I'm fighting to be okay, and I'm okay every day. But yeah, I don't want to fail, right? The morals are only going to help you if you're legit. We all have morals, right? It's how you push them, right? So at the end of the day, in business, you gotta have commitment, and that's part of who you are. Part of your word is your bond. Part of your, in my family, we respect the last name. In our family, this is how we. So that's all morals that we bring them into life and put it in a different way. So and in business, I guess it's just commitment. Go for it and be yourself. Your word is your bond, and that's it. You don't need no contract. You don't need none of that. I know it's hard to say these days, but that's who I am. That's my morals. My morals is I'm a person that I'm gonna do whatever I say I'm gonna do. That's based on my morals that I learned from when I was little. Right back then, people would kill themselves for something stupid, right? That's part of the being a man, and okay, that's I admit. So let's go into a fight, and they kill each other, right? But what I'm saying is that you got to be a man on your word. You got to take responsibility of your actions, responsibility of who you are, and adapt it to business, and that's your moral. One advice that I will give people that feel miserable in their lives is to get out of your comfort zone and go all in. So why not to show your weakness to people and why it's okay? The reason I say not to show your weakness to people is because you surrounded yourself with the wrong people. If you are surrounded by a different people like me, it would change. And the reason it would change is because I need your weakness so I can come and help you, so I understand what you're made of, so I can elevate you faster, higher. The problem is you telling your weakness to the wrong people, and you partner up with the wrong people, and they judge you by who you was, not who you are. So at the end of the day, the reason I say you got to be careful to go into partnerships and stuff like that and don't tell your weakness is because the people will not understand. The people you partner up, they're not going to understand. And it's bad people. When I say bad, you can have your vision here. You partner up. The reason he partnered up with you because he saw something in you, right? But at the end of the day, he's going to end up judging you. But if you go to that person that I'm telling you to go after, he will not partner up. What is it for him? You ain't gonna add nothing out of that. But at the end of the day, that person, yes, tell him your weakness, so it's okay. he's going to help you, that person, but he will never partner up with you. I always tell my team, I say, please come and work with me, stay 2 years, get all the data, don't steal it, I'll give it to you. And then when you're ready, I want to help you. I want to be part of that. Why? Because I want to make sure that you still got the support of me. Really, I don't need you. Why I need to go through the BS? You're gonna adapt all the problems and all that stuff, and you're not gonna do it right. But the only reason I invest is so I can put in the contract that you got to follow these steps and stuff like that, because I know your weakness. As a leader, I want to support that. But that's the only reason. Did I answer it?
Yeah.
Did I answer your question? Why you look like you're gonna cry? There's two type of leaders. There's four. I made one. The last one I made, and that's the leader I am, is there's a leader that come and shows you and all that stuff, and he's over there in the trenches, proud to show you. That's stupid, right? And then there are other leaders that live by example. And then there's other leaders that support you, that help you take it to the next level, that elevate yourself to believe and take companies. That's the good leader. But the leader I am is none of those three. The leader I am is, what do you do to elevate your people, give your vote for 1 year, and still come back and take over that company when you don't have no opinion for a year? And I gave it away 2 years in a row. I gave my vote, and I still came back and proved that I can be the leader. So, so for me, a leader is somebody that gives his leadership away and still come back after and fighting against all odds and still be the leader. That's the leader I am. The fourth leader. I create that one just for me because I'm that type of leader that I can give my leadership away and still come back and take over. My perfect day off is when I don't have nothing in my mind, that nobody's bothering me, that I can be thinking, how can I improve myself to improve others? That's my perfect day. I know you say not to mention work, but that's my perfect day. How can I improve and read books and get myself to plan? How can I be that leader that can support my team? That's my perfect day. Like, I can't wait for that day, but I'm always too busy and all that stuff, and I don't make that time to be that leader and take it to the next level. So that's my perfect day. How can I have time to improve myself so I can support my team? That's the best day for me. And then probably my second is to help, right? Because that fulfills my heart, that cleans my heart and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, how can I improve others? Because I can be helping, but if I'm not improving, it doesn't make no sense. So I have to be okay, I have to be better so I can support my team so they can be better. So that's automatically helping. So that's why I put a number two. Nobody never asked me this one, and I always wanted to bring it out. My When that day is a rainy day. It's a rainy day, steady all day, and it looks sad, but it's not sad. Actually, I put it on my will that I want it to be raining. That my kids make sure that if it's raining, don't think it's like a sad day. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas. It doesn't matter if Thanksgiving. Don't look at it that way, because I want God to give me the opportunity to die in a rainy day. That's my best day. I love rainy days. This, like today, is a beautiful day. I love it so much. When it's raining and it rains for 2, 3 days, that's my best days. So I always pray to God that when I die, it's raining, and I told my kids, don't worry, because that's what I want. I want to make sure it's raining and it's not a sad day. That was my best day, because that I don't know, there's something in me that it makes my heart like, that's my best day. No shiny day, no sunny day, no helping, no impact. My best day is a rainy day. I always loved rainy days. Um, Number one was speak, right? That's everybody's fear, right? But I would say letting people down, but you told me not to say that. So my biggest fear is what people think about me, right? And I have to sit down in a corner and really meditate and say, I gotta get it out, gotta get it out, gotta get it out. And it takes me normally about 60 to 7 seconds to say, that person. And I get it out. I get it out, right? But I think that's my biggest fear, what people think about me. Like, I know it doesn't make no sense, but it kind of put me in a, like, what I'm gonna do, like, very uncomfortable zone. Like, I can't make a decision. Why he say that? See what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that would be the biggest. And lately, you notice I say a lot because people. I get it out. I'm working on that. So this year I'm working on, I don't care what people think about me. I know I was supposed to work last year, 2024, and I didn't finish. That was part of my schedule, right? Don't care what people think, and then what's next? Okay, now make it a habit that, yeah, that's fine. Get in trouble, so people talk more to create momentum, right? But yeah, I think that was still some of my biggest fears. Let me tell you, we all care what people think. And the people that we love the most is the one that hurt us the most. Tatiana, and let me tell you, I care what you think about me. I care what everybody thinks about me. Because that's me. I know I'm not going to satisfy everybody. I know that. I know that. But when you get to see the power on a person or where they're going to be at and what they can achieve, they may not see it, right? I respect that because I care what people think about that. There's a lot of people, a lot of friends that left me. They talking shit, but that's okay. But I don't see no potential in them. I'm not saying that you leave me now and I don't say leave, but there's people that I still talk and respect what they did, right? It's not up to me to judge them, nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that that's why it's so hard for me because I see potential in everybody. As a leader, you got to see potential in everybody. So that's why, like, that's my biggest fear, right? Because I trust everybody, and everybody fell on me. Everybody fell on me. Everybody fell on me. They fell on themselves first. They gave up on themselves first, and then they gave up to their wives, their kids, and then me, right? But yeah, that's my biggest fear, right? Because I trust everybody to do the right thing, to elevate themselves, to be somebody, and yeah, I think that's why.